Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happenings show. This is the Saturday edition here. As you know, it's a late edition of Cricket Happenings every Saturday. Well, dear fans, friends, subscribers, today in this Saturday edition Cricket Happenings show, we are going to look at the Champions League T20 which kicked off. In fact, initially it was the qualifiers which were played. As you know, the two teams qualified, the Otago Wolves of New Zealand and Sunrisers Hyderabad of India. And today was the real match of the Champions League T20. We can call it the Champions League T20 proper, which kicked off with a big match today between the IPL 2013 IPL champions Mumbai Indians and Rajasthan Royals. Well, the IPL champions were no match for the Rajasthan Royals, as Rajasthan Royals won the match pretty comfortably by 7 wickets. So that was the first game, Rajasthan Royals beating Mumbai Indians by 7 wickets. They played at the Savai Mansingh Stadium in Jaipur. So that is something that I will be talking about. And then we'll also look at the one T20 match which was played after the one-day series between India and West Indies resulted in West Indies taking the one-day series 2-1. The solitary T20 match was played today between India A and West Indies A, and India A won the match by a handsome margin of 93 runs. And the feature of that particular India A and West Indies A match was four wickets taken by Andre Russell of 4 consecutive balls. So it was something more than a hat-trick in T20s. And but you know, this is not official T20 matches. These are unofficial T20 matches. And another thing was that Rahul Sharma got himself a 5-wicket bag. So first, let's look at the Champions Trophy T20, how it panned out between Rajasthan Royals. As I said, today was the first match of the Champions League T20 match in Group A between Rajasthan Royals and Mumbai Indians, the champions of IPL 2013. So the match all started with Rajasthan Royals actually winning the toss and inserting the Mumbai Indians to bat first. Mumbai Indians lost an early wicket today, with Vikramjit Malik giving them the breakthrough by getting the wicket of Dwayne Smith LBW, 9 of 7 balls with 2 fours. After that, Mumbai Indians lost 2 wickets in quick succession. The first to go was Dinesh Karthik, who was bowled by Malik for 2, and then Tendulkar left to the pavilion, caught by Samson, the wicketkeeper of Binny, for 15 of 17 balls with 3 fours. And that was the time, 38 for 3. And Rajasthan Royals bowlers were absolutely over the Mumbai Indians, as one more wicket was gone, as Ambati Raidu was run out by Rahane Dravid combination for 3, and that made the score 43 for 4. And then from 43 for 4, there was some sort of an impetus provided by Rohit Sharma, who cracked some sixes and boundaries, and along with him Kiran Pollard was there. So that was a partnership which really started giving some sort of a momentum to the Mumbai Indians innings, because what it did is it added a very good 55 runs. Probably we are looking at probably 7 overs. In 7 odd overs, they added around 55 runs. So that was pretty good going. But so once the score reached 95, and that was the time Malik, as I said, he was the best bowler, and in fact he took the man of the match. In fact he bowled pretty well. Yes, Vikramjit Malik was the one who took the man of the match, and he picked up the wicket. He broke that very threatening stand between Pollard and Rohit Sharma. When Pollard was gone, caught Samson, bowled Malik for 42 of 36 balls with 4 fours and 2 sixes. And well, after that, Harbhajan Singh was run out for 8. Nathan Coulter-Nile just swung his bat round with an unbeaten 12 of 5 Ws, 1 4 and 1 6. And Rohit Sharma Rohit Sharma also departed. What happened was, when the 55 runs partnership was gone, the first wicket to go was Rohit Sharma, who was caught by Samson on the bowling of Watson for 44 of 37 balls with 3 fours and 2 sixes. 142 for 7 was what Mumbai Indians got on the board of 20 overs. Vikramjit Malik was really bowling very well, and he definitely deserved the man of the match award. 4 overs, no maiden, 3 for 24. Manedia none for 9, Faulkner bowled 4 overs, none for 31. Shane Watson 3 overs, no made and 1 for 26. Binney 2 overs for 1 for 13. 2 overs for 6 runs for Shukla, and Cooper bowled 3 overs, which was very, very costly. Come Cooper normally is a very economical bowler, but he leaked a lot of runs today by leaking 31 runs. As far as Rajasthan Royals were concerned, they too didn't have a good start with the captain Rahul Dravid going on early. In fact, he tried to play a ball past the point areas. You know, Dravid and Rahane had done very well for Rajasthan Royals in the Indian Premier League 2013. But today, Dravid was an early victim as he tried to flash a ball through point of the bowling of Nathan Coulter-Nile, and Pollard plucked the catch, and Dravid was walking for 1. So that made the score 5 for 1. And after that, Ajinkya Rahane was there at the crease. He got a very good partner in Sanju Samson. Now, this was something. Today there was another record being created with Sanju Samson, because what Sanju Samson Ajinkya Rahane did is, from a score of 5 for 1, they put up a 74-run partnership, which took them till the 12th over, with Ajinkya Rahane pretty watchful, giving more of the strike to Sanju Samson. Sanju Samson, well, he was a bit shaky. He was not, I wouldn't say it was a very, very confident innings from him. There was a sort of edges, sort of misses, a lot of things carrying to the boundary. But Sanju Samson also played some very nice strokes too. And he was looking good. And as I said, Sanju Samson went on to make the, at the age of 18 years, he went on to make the 50. I mean, this was a record. He became the youngest player in the Champions League T20 to make a half century. And what a record for Samson on the first day itself. And he really, as I said, I wouldn't really classify this innings of Sanju Samson. He's definitely talented, there's no doubt about it, at the age of 18. But today he played a very good innings. What was important was that after Rahul Dravid's dismissal, they needed somebody to stick there and start giving them the sort of a stability, and that's what precisely did. Sanju Samson played some very good, hit some very good boundaries. He had 8 boundaries in his knock of 54 of 47 balls with 8 fours. But as the stand was just starting to just get on with the game, that is the time Ajinkya Rahane fell, when Dhawan actually clean bowled him for 33 of 31 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. And then Shane Watson came to the crease, but after Sanju Samson, after playing a hand of 54 of 47 balls with 8 fours, becoming the youngest player at the age of 18 in Champions League T20 to score a half century, departed. Cott Smith bowled Pollard for 54. After that, it was left to Shane Watson and Stuart Binney to take their team to victory without any further mishap, as Shane Watson remained unbeaten on 27 of 22 balls with 2 sixes. Stuart Binney was not out 27 of 14 balls with 3 fours and 1 6. He was pretty aggressive right from the beginning, and that enabled Rajasthan Royals to have a comfortable win by 7 wickets in the first match. As far as the bowling figures are concerned, Mitchell Johnson today unfortunately was off colour. 4 overs went for 38. Nathan Coulter-Nile, barring that wicket he took, he bowled 3.4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 22. Dhawan 4 overs, 1 for 17 was impressive. Pragyan Oja bowled 1 over. The only over that Pragyan Oja bowled, he was welcomed by Ajinkya Rahane with a 6, and then Sanju Samson also hit some boundaries. Harbhajan Singh 3 overs, 1 for 22. If you look at it, in fact, the Rajasthan Royals basically Ajinkya Rahane and Sanju Samson started hitting the spinners. If you look at the bowling, if you see Pragyan Oja 1 over for 13 runs, Harbhajan Singh 3 overs, none for 22, Kieron Pollard 3 overs, 1 for 20, and Dwayne Smith bowled 1 over for 12 runs. So there were Oja and Smith who bowled 2 overs between them, conceding 25 runs. So that was thanks to Ajinkya Rahane and Sanju Samson really going after the spinners. Now, so the first match of the Champions League T20 is over. Rajasthan Royals, who picked up the 4 points, and as I said, Bikramjit Malik of Rajasthan Royals was named man of the match. Now, the next thing that we are going to look at in this cricket show is the unofficial T20 match. There's only one solitary T20 match which was played, and this was between India A and West Indies A. And India A put up a score of 214 for 7 of their 20 overs. They got a good start. They had a lot of players who chipped in, with Robin Uthappa making 35 of 21 balls with 1 4 and 3 sixes. Unmukh Chand, and the partnership was worth 74. So you could just imagine. I mean, if you look at the scoring pattern here for India A was really going like a train, because they had put on 74 in 6.4 overs, and then Robin Uthappa fell for 35. Unmukh Chand's contribution was 47 of 29 balls with 4 fours and 2 sixes. Yuvraj Singh slapped 52 of 35 balls with 4 fours and 3 sixes. He was looking absolutely in his element. And then Aparajit unfortunately failed for 3 runs. And then Kedar Jadhav was, in fact, along with Yuvraj Singh, he played a very good hand, because that was a very entertaining partnership, which took the score from 109 for 3 to 189, with Kedar Jadhav really banging the bowlers hard, making 42 of 21 balls with 4 fours and 2 sixes. But after that, from 189 for 4, the score from 189 for 3 suddenly plummeted to 189 for 7. The reason being, Andre Russell came in and picked up 4 wickets in 1 over, 4 consecutive balls. First he picked up the wicket of Yuvraj Singh, caught Powell bowled Russell for 52. That was the first wicket. Then the next wicket he got off was Kedar Jadhav for 42, caught by Bonner. Yusuf Pathan tried to hit the very first delivery. He was gone for a knot, as he was caught by Fletcher of the bowling of Russell. And Naman Oja, who had a dismal series as far as this particular, a lot was expected from Naman Oja, but Naman Oja, I think, has been a total failure in this unofficial India West Indies series, where he once again collected a duck, as Russell took 4 wickets in 4 balls. And finally Narwal started hitting towards the end, making an unbeaten 18 of 7 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. Vinay Kumar not out on 1, and India A put up a very good score, a grand score of 214 for 7 of 20 overs. The bowling figures: Beaton was taken for runs. 4 overs cost him it was a very costly quota for him. He leaked 58 runs of his 4 overs. Andre Russell 4 overs, 45 runs, but in the bargain picked up 4 wickets. Nikita Miller 2 overs for 28. Parmal 1 for 35. Nurse was very impressive with his bowling. Amidst all the hitting which was done, Nurse was the only bowler who could command some respect. 4 overs no made and 2 for 18. Bonner 2 overs went for 29. So, and with a score of 214 in 20 overs, it was sure that it was like a mountain to climb for the West Indies A batsman. And the highest scorer was Andre Fletcher, who smacked 32 of 22 balls with 2 fours and 1 6. Other than that, it was Rahul Sharma who actually started really creating lots of trouble. What he did is he picked up a bag of 5 wickets by bowling 3.2 overs, no maiden, 23 runs and 5 wickets. Kieron Powell was out for 8 of 3 balls with 2 fours. Bonner made 18 of 11 balls with 1 4 and 2 sixes. Kirk Edwards was out for a duck. That is, he was the captain of the. Kirk Edwards was out for a duck. Then Jonathan Carter was out for 6. And 21 coming from Devon Thomas of 25 balls with 1 4. Andre Russell contributing 12 of 5 balls with 1 4 and 1 6. 16 of the bat of Ashley Nurse of 15 balls with 1 6. And as I said, it was going to be very difficult, because the pressure was really building on the West Indians. Because it was a matter of getting, as you know, if any team makes 200 odd runs in 20 overs, it's not an easy task at all. In fact, it makes it all the more onerous, and that was precisely the case, because 214 for 7 essentially meant that West Indies had to chase at a rate of 10.70 runs per over, which was, well, it is not that they couldn't do it, but basically I would say there was not much support coming in from the other batsmen, especially if you look at it. Kirk Edwards and Jonathan Carter failed, and then it became too much for the West Indies, and West Indies, under the pressure, were all out for 121. Rahul Sharma was the man to benefit, because they started trying to hit him, or he hit themselves out of trouble, but Rahul Sharma bowled splendidly, 3.2 overs no made and 5 for 23. Yusuf Pathan bowled the first over. The first over was given by Yuvraj Singh to Yusuf Pathan, but after that he no longer bowled, as his first over was carved for 19 runs by the openers Andre Fletcher and Kieron Powell. Vinatkat bowled 2 overs, 1 for 11. Not that was Vinatkat bowled only 2 overs, and then 4 overs, 224 for Yuvraj Singh. Narwal bowling 3 overs for 21. As I said, this was a one-off 2020 match between India A and West Indies A, and India A winning by a handsome margin of 93 runs. Well, now everything shifts off to the 4-day unofficial test matches, which would be 4-day matches which would be played. But I don't have any of the the schedules right now. But yes, I don't have any of those schedules, unfortunately. But tomorrow, in the Champions League T20, being a Sunday, I'm sure there's going to be a holiday crowd there, and we are going to have 2 matches. One is between Chennai Super Kings versus the Titans of South Africa, and then we have another match which would be between the Brisbane Heats of Australia, and they would be taking on I'm just trying to see whom they would be taking on. They would be taking on the West Indies, Trinidad and Tobago at Ranchi. And this is going to be played in Mahendra Singh Dhoni's hometown. Well, dear fans, friends, subscribers, on this note, your host Ram would like to end this regular cricket happening show for today, promising you that you will be once again seeing me with the Champions League T20 matches. As I said, 2 matches coming up today. I'll be back with a full match report on both these matches. Well, that's it from me, your host Ram, for the show today on the Saturday's Cricket Happening show. Your host Ram will see you on Sunday. Good night.